Thank you for joining me, WX app users. We've got rain outside your window right now for most locations. Looking at the radar, we'll go ahead and turn you around and look at my computer screen. Got the radar, let's put it in motion here. You can see just heavy bouts of rain, especially around Franklin and Murphy, moving into Brevard and Henderson County. Lighter around Asheville currently, but we have had those heavy showers that have moved through over the past couple hours. More showers moving in through the morning hours. I believe this will clear up around 4 to 5 a.m. We'll show you what the most recent NAM model shows. But let's look at our Davis weather station out at Olivet. We've got about 0.1 inches of rain that's fallen so far today. High of 44 today, low of 39. Highest wind gust out there along the river there in Alexander, 24 miles per hour, 94% humidity. So let's look at what the most recent NAM 3KM shows. So here we go. Let's put it in motion. Here's that heavy burst of rain that's moving through right now. It'll continue through midnight and then scattered showers clearing out before the workday begins on Monday. So if you've got outside work, looks like you're going to have Monday to get it done. Monday will be the day. And doesn't look like Tuesday into Wednesday. I mean, we'll have some breaks, but it's going to get really, really soggy relatively quickly. So let's talk a little bit about Tuesday night into Wednesday. A really difficult forecast coming up here. But I'll show you. Here's Tuesday morning. Some scattered showers will move in. Higher elevations could see those as snow showers begin. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few lower elevation locations see snow showers to begin. But like I said, this is just a really tough call. I'll show you what the soundings show. They're so borderline. There's just a razor-thin margin of error between snow, sleet, and freezing rain with this. The atmospheric column is going to be close to, if not frozen. And we've got to let these short-range models get a little bit closer into range and to get a little bit better idea. But I'll run this out, and you can see this kind of wedge of freezing rain, heavy freezing rain or sleet develops, and there's a nearly frozen column. We'll get to those temperatures in just a second. But aloft, it is almost frozen. The surface is around 30 degrees. And your upper level temperatures are they're really around 7,000 to 8,000 feet is the nearest level of concern where that warm nose sticks in. But around 8 o'clock, there's just a large area of some type of frozen precipitation that develops around western North Carolina. And this could really cause some problems because we're going to be cooler. The surfaces will likely be cooler around the area. And some ice accretion will certainly be possible. Not really trying to nail down any specifics with this yet because, like I said, the temperature profiles are just razor thin and with the margin of error. And if, we're watching that warm nose, if this low travels a little bit farther south, that warm nose won't be as pronounced. And the likelihood of snowfall will increase. But right now I'm thinking sleet and freezing rain are most likely precipitation types with the chance of snow also there, especially snow on the front end. But just a really tough call with this. We'll do another update tomorrow and let you know exactly what the most recent models show. But I keep talking about the column of air above. Here's what we're talking about surface temperature wise when that heavy precipitation moves in, showing surface temperatures around 31. A lot of times this model's a little bit too warm, but we'll see if that corrects itself or not. Upper level temperatures though at this point in time, -2 degrees Celsius, which is around 29 degrees Snow's not going to melt there. It's going to have to melt above there, and it could refreeze or become super cooled in this area and freeze as it comes into contact with the surface. Like I said, a really difficult call with this one. It could be a minimal icing event, or if these models haven't realized the CAD, the cold air damming, like sometimes they don't exactly realize the extent of it, we could have an extended icing event through Wednesday morning. Doing these updates just to let you know and keep you informed of all the possibilities that are on the table, and let you know that wintry weather will be possible. But rainfall and flooding rain are also on the table. Many models showing over 5 inches of rain for a large portion of the area as we move through the latter part of the week. Just that precipitation will continue to accumulate over the each day. This stream of moisture that sets up, I'll show you. Let's look at the GFS. Here's what it's showing, that high pressure and cold air funneling in. Not nearly as strong as sometimes we see with high pressure that stout, but it will be just enough for at least the higher elevations to have something to work with for snowfall. And I believe even down into the valleys we'll see a switch to some sleet, freezing rain, or snow. But let's run this on out, and we'll kind of show you the dominant pattern as that jet stream really just kind of cranks up around 850 millibars and brings in that moisture transport from the Gulf. It just inundates western North Carolina all through the weekend and into early or late Sunday. That front will finally move through. Just a really soggy week. Some locations around here in Mississippi, southern Tennessee, northern Georgia are expecting 10 to 15 inches of rainfall from this. Parts of southwest western North Carolina could see those 10-inch totals. Around Asheville, I believe 5 inches or so is possible over the next 7 days. So the creeks and streams around the area will really rise. Ponding on the roadway going to become a problem for those low-lying areas on the roads. And so please just be mindful of that when you're traveling around the area, and just watch for that. But moving back, talking about this wintry weather coming in, I wanted to discuss a sounding for you guys. This kind of shows you this warm nose that I'm investigating and continuing to watch as we move through. This is the 3 km NAM, kind of around the airport. You can see that really stout air. This is a forecast sounding, and right here, this is the 0 degree temperature line. And as these lines go through the atmosphere, they follow. This is the you can see over here 700 millibar area. That it's a little bit confusing, but this line here shows the temperature. It gets above freezing there, and then dips way back below freezing before getting right to freezing at the surface. So just a really difficult forecast sounding right here, and we'll progress that forward. Around the area, the forecast sounding varies with how strong this warm nose is, and so we'll see if this model, once it gets in a little better range. This far out, it's at the extent of its range, so it doesn't do the best, but we'll continue to watch it. I want to see if that warm nose gets smaller or not. If it decreases, the likelihood of ice or snow will increase. This is what's causing the melt to happen in the atmosphere. And so we'll continue to watch that, monitor it, and I'll do another update as we get some more information. So thank you for joining me. Really appreciate all your support, and hope you have a great evening. Thanks.